Hello, welcome. So today we're going to be checking out Best of Redditor Updates. And on this one, this person keeps bringing their mate on their dates. So yeah, if you'd like to listen to this tomfoolery with me today, then please do stick around and enjoy. And don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Thank you. Okay, so this one was shared by Direct Caterpillar 77, not the original poster, just the person that compiled all these and popped it into the Borrow subreddit. So, my 22F boyfriend 22M keeps letting his friend 24M come on our dates. Let's get into the meat and taters of it all, shall we? So, the original post was posted April 29th, 2025. Okay, how we got into this predicament in the first place is that my boyfriend just really likes his friend, Liam. He's like a brother to him. He saved his life once, etc. But he's on all our dates. Yeah, no, seriously, already, I am on the OP's side here because what the hell? Like, you can have a best mate and not bring them on all your dates. Like, come on now. I even brought one of my single friends on a date so we could double, and Liam and her don't date, so that failed. I've honestly asked my boyfriend why Liam is on our dates, and he said that Liam is lonely and has nobody else, and he has no siblings or girlfriends. Okay, so go on like little friendship dates separately. What? But then my boyfriend kind of guilts me because, I know this sounds awful, Liam is the effing package for guilt. His mum died when he was young, then his dad and him don't talk anymore, so Liam just doesn't have anyone else to talk to. I honestly think my boyfriend is guilt-tripping me, and I don't think I can do this relationship anymore. If nothing changes, I'm leaving. This has gone on for 3 months. Seriously, I'd be saying to my boyfriend, like, do you want to just get Liam a little cuck chair for the corner? Like, would that please you? Like, what? Don't bring your mate on your dates, by the way. Anybody that might be questioning if that's a good idea. No. Not unless you're all kind of into that. It's really not a good idea. Like, sure, I feel bad for Liam, but I don't really know him and it's not my problem. It's also not just dates. Movie nights, he's here. Going to the mall, he's there. Where is he not? TLDR, my boyfriend keeps bringing his friend on our dates and basically guilt trips me into not kicking his friend out. Also, I know this sounds made up, I still can't believe it, but it's very much real, and basically I just need validation that it's okay to break up with my boyfriend over this. The whole post. Oh my goodness, yes, it's okay. You can't hold a relationship with this dynamic. Like, what on earth? Is he gonna watch you get at it from a wardrobe? Like, where does this end? It's weird, and you can't have this as a precedent to go forward with in a relationship because you're never gonna feel. Do you know what I've got now? What is it? That sound that people use on TikTok all the time, like jokingly. That one where it's like just me and you and us and my friend Steve. Except now it's Liam and he's really annoying. Okay, so relevant comments on the original post. FJBP95 says, before ending it, you are fully validated on doing so based on your post. Have you put your foot down? Why didn't you plan dates and tell him his friend is not invited? Period. Yeah, I mean, have you tried that? I feel like the OP probably has, to be fair. OP says, I have, but as I said in the post, he's always like, guilt trips me into letting him come. Saying this out loud just kind of made me realise he's manipulative. Yeah. I'd be like, mate, I don't care. We're having a night to ourselves, actually. If not, you know where the door is. Use it to leave. Top comment, Suki says, it's okay to break up. You didn't sign up to be the third wheel in your own relationship. He can spend as much time with Liam as he wants as a single dude. Exactly. Edit. I called my soon-to-be ex-boyfriend to meet up, and I'm going to break up with him. I'm going to tell him the exact reason, honestly. I swear, if Liam is there, though, like, I'm not considering the possibility of not breaking up with him. It's not even just because of Liam. It's that he manipulates me into letting Liam come. Can you imagine if Liam turns up? I bet he does. Okay. Don't look at the rest. Let's take votes. Comment what you reckon's going to happen next. Do you think Liam's going to be there? I do. Let's see if we're right. Okay, so update, April 29th, 2025. Editor's note, change the initial X to Xavier for easier reading. Thank you, please. That's nice of you. Update, I broke up with my ex. I'm going to call him Xavier. I went to where we agreed to meet up, and guess who he brought with him? You guessed it, Liam. Liam, aren't you embarrassed? Like, seriously? I was very annoyed at this point. I told him I wanted to speak with him privately, and he brings effing Liam. It's very uncomfortable to break up with someone in front of their best friend, but I was just too peed, and I told him, I said I wanted to speak privately. He said, say it in front of Liam. Eventually, I just got annoyed and say, that's it. I don't want Liam always here in our private life, on dates, everywhere. I want to hear from Liam. I want to hear what he has to say for himself and how he doesn't feel weird doing this. He basically said, remember what I told you about Liam's circumstance, blah, blah, blah. Assuming Liam is the same age as you guys, which I'm guessing he is a man, a full-grown one at that. He can cope on his own for a night. I said something like, I'm sorry, but I don't give an F about what Liam's going through right now. This is about me breaking up with you. Meanwhile, Liam is just standing there, looking confused. Does Liam have a thought? Does he have any? I'll get back to this later. So we basically got into a fight in this park, and it gets to the point where I tell him that he manipulates me into not kicking Liam out of our dates, and about everything he told me Liam went through, like a brother to Xavier, save Xavier's life, dead mum, dad absent, no siblings, friends or girlfriend. And then Xavier looks like he got caught or something. Is Xavier lying about all that? And Liam doesn't know? And Liam gets angry, saying like, what did you tell her? This is all really funny and really awful at the same time. It turns out none of what Xavier told me was true. Oh, so Liam's just what? An emotional support Liam? Liam has a fiance, has a real brother and sister, and his mum isn't dead. Huh? What? Whoa. Let's take a minute to digest this. Why is Liam always coming then if he has a whole ass fiance at home? Go spend time with your fiance, Liam. I'm so confused. So anyway, definitely broke up with Xavier. Like 40 minutes later, Liam DMs me basically saying that Xavier told Liam that I wasn't comfortable being alone with Xavier. Hey? And that he thought I wanted him to be on the dates. No wonder he was stood there looking like he had never had a single thought. Sir, what? He said the reason why he agreed is because his fiancée is living in Europe to finish up her study abroad program. Okay, so that's why he's not spending time with his fiancée. Gotcha. And he had nothing better to do. So Xavier just flat out is a liar. Glad I broke up with him. Mad I got lied to. But oh well, this was honestly not a turn of events I was expecting, and I have to get it out somewhere. TLDR, Xavier is a liar and turns out everything he told me about Liam was false, just to play a game or something? But why? I would love to get inside Xavier's little pea brain and figure out why the hell he thought this was a great idea. I wonder, maybe he actually kind of likes Liam, in a way? Do you reckon? And I mean, that's fine, Xavier, if you do, but don't play with other people's emotions. I'm just imagining, I've got this mental image now of poor Liam stood there, just looking blank as all hell, like, huh? What? Get me out of here. And then down in the comments of the Best of Redditor Updates post, Basic Bitchette says, but why? Was this a sneaky way of going out on dates with Liam without asking him? Honestly, that's kind of what I'm wondering if it was, because I can't figure out any other reason for why he'd do it, unless he is just one of them people. Like, you know, there's always one that everyone knows that gets a kick out of just telling the most obscure lies and seeing who goes along with it for the longest, you know? Friend to Predators says, that's at least an explanation. And then Basic Bitchette replies to that saying, not a satisfying one though. It's baffling. Yeah, literally. If you like Liam, that's okay. You don't have to string along a whole ass girlfriend. Just like, Be honest. Or if you don't feel comfortable going to places on your own, be honest. I'm so confused. Why? This is so weird. So, I think we've got time for another Best of Redditor Updates post, haven't we? Because otherwise this is going to be a hell of a short video. So, let's have a look, see what we've got. Let me clickety-click, because I'm sure I saved an extra one. Ah, I did. Okay, so this one was reposted by Luciaria Rose. Again, not the original poster, just the person that's compiled it and posted it in the Borrow subreddit. This one says, am I the butthole for not letting my co-worker stay at my place, even though I have the space? Have I read this before? Or have I just read it myself when I've been browsing? Maybe I have, because it seems familiar. We'll read it anyway, because I don't actually think I've read it out loud in a video. I'm sure I would remember that. And then again, my brain, who knows? So, this one was originally posted April 16th, 2025. So, I, 23F, live alone in a small 2-bedroom house. One room is mine, the other one is basically my everything room. It's my office, my closet, storage. Sometimes I just lay on the floor in there and stare at the ceiling when life sucks. Lol. Okay, but who doesn't just love lying on the floor sometimes and staring up at the ceiling? Like, why? Just in general, why? I know I do. It is not a guest room. I've lived with horrible roommates before, so I worked really hard to be able to afford my own place, and I love having my own space. It's literally my safe little bubble. Anyways, one of my co-workers, 25F, got into a huge fight with her roommates and they kicked her out. She was venting at work and I felt bad and was like, that sucks, oh my god. And even sent her a few places to look at. I was trying to be helpful without inviting chaos into my life, you know? I mean, yeah, especially if her roommates collectively got together and booted her out. It's not a good sign. Later that night, she texts me saying, hey, I was thinking maybe I could crash with you for a few weeks since you live alone and have the space. Cheeky mare. I would never dream of messaging like a co-worker being like, hey, can I come live with you, babes? No. I literally got that sinking feeling in my chest. No. I'm not even close to her. We're cool at work, but we've never hung out outside of lunch breaks and complaining about our boss, which, let's be honest, everyone does that with their co-workers, even if they're not Bessie mates. Who doesn't love to complain about their boss? It's like a work pastime. She doesn't know anything about me, and I don't know her like that. Why would she live in my house? Why indeed? Like, who's bringing these people up to think it's acceptable to just invite yourself to live in someone else's house? So I replied super politely, like, I totally get that you're going through it, but I really value my space and I'm just not in a place where I can have someone stay with me. Like, I was nice, didn't ghost her, didn't ignore her, just said no, and you are well within your rights to do so. Next day, she's acting really weird. Then another co-worker tells me she said I let her be homeless when I have an entire room to myself. Like, girl, first of all, she's staying at her boyfriend's place. Oh, okay, so she has a fella. What's the problem then? Like, does he even like her that much if he doesn't want her to stay with him? Second of all, I pay to live alone. That's the whole point. I don't want to feel tense or uncomfortable in my own space. I don't want to tiptoe around a person I barely know. And I definitely don't want to deal with just a few weeks turning into I'm looking but nothing's coming through yet for 2 months or more. Now people at work are acting like I'm the bad guy. Sorry for not letting a co-worker move into my apartment because she had a fight. I don't know. I feel bad, but like also no. Am I the butthole? No. No. You're opening up a whole can of worms doing something like that. You don't crap where you eat. And when that's a co-worker? No, absolutely not. Some of OOP's comments. Commenter, not the butthole. I don't understand why a co-worker would feel entitled to your home. That's truly bizarre. Her life is not your responsibility. I mean, I could maybe get if you were super close and good long-term friends with a deep connection. Yeah, exactly. But a casual co-worker? Honestly. OOP, literally just a casual co-worker. I don't get it. Commenter, anyone makes that comment again to you, OP, you say, I'll let co-worker know that you're volunteering your space to them. So kind of you. And then OP just says, aye, aye, Captain. Commenter, not the butthole. You don't need to find out firsthand why her roommates and boyfriend don't want to live with her either. Exactly. If her own fella clearly doesn't want her there long term, that's a yikes. The red flags are waving. And then OOP says, I'm definitely understanding it now, seeing the reaction after saying no. I am a homebody and really enjoy my personal space, given the fact I work 2 jobs and my home is my only carefree space. And then commenter says, not the butthole. For the co-workers saying you're letting the girl be homeless, etc., etc., do you see them offering a place for her to crash? Exactly. OOP says, it's only because I work my tail off with 2 jobs to have extra space. Would feel pointless if I just handed that free space away. Commenter, not the butthole. This person is not a friend or family. Why doesn't she get an Airbnb or a motel? Or stop being an asshat and getting herself kicked out of places. That's also an option. OOP says, that's what I was thinking. If she's in such a horrible spot, I would even help her pay for a night or 2. If it was family or my best friend, it would be a different story. But for added context, I've only been working at this job for 6 months. Yikes. Commenter, you said people at work are acting like you're the bad guy. Has anyone said anything to you about the situation? OOP says, it's always something like, well, I would if I lived by myself. I would if I had the space. I've had a similar situation happen to me and it sucks really bad, which is why I sent her listings. Not sure how that equated to let me live with you, but it does seem like my reasonings of wanting to be alone are somehow invalidated. It's like they think my free room didn't come at a cost. Honestly, the worst thing you can ever do is move in people that you don't really know very well. When I was with my ex before I'd had my kids or whatever, he had 2 friends that he knew from school that he started getting back in touch with. They found themselves in a tricky spot. They were getting booted out of their place. Yeah, it sounded similar, isn't it? So we were like, oh yeah, come stay with us. We've got a spare room. How I'm not in prison, I don't know. And I'm just going to put it like that. They were awful people to live with, and now I understand why they got the boot. So, update, same post, April 17th, 2025, the next day. Update, she went to jail. Lol, don't know what happened, but I feel horrible to say I laughed. What? Well, solves that issue. Wait, what'd she go to jail for? What? Edit, because I have to highlight my favourite comment, go up to the people that had something to say and tell them that they are horrible for not bailing her out. Literally, everyone's got so much to say when they are the ones that are trying to like make somebody else do the legwork. But if it was them offering up their space, clearly they ain't gonna do that. Okay, so down in the comments of the Borrow post, Pride of Cape Town says, update, she went to jail, so win-win. OOP kept her space and the co-worker got a place to stay. Exactly. I love these happy endings. And then Blue Flash 775 says, the update to the update, cellmate kicked her out of the cell. Not one of the other prisoners told the cellmate they were the assholes, except the person who inherited her. Literally. Oh, that was a great update. I would love more info. I really would. There wasn't any, but I would love more info on that. Okay, so I think that is going to be us for the day. If you've made it all the way to the end with me, then I appreciate you very much. I need to go and wipe my face, I think. I put on this oil, this face oil. I didn't realize it was a face oil. I thought it was just a retinol. I have a scar under my eye from when I was 6, where a bloke threw a brick at my eye when I was out playing. I don't know why he did it. You have no idea. All I know is that my dad went round to his house and then there was police and that was that. But so I have a scar under my eye, and as I've got older, it's got puffier. It's not massive, but I know it's there, if that makes sense, and it bothers me. So I've been using retinol and it really helps to flatten it down. But so I bought this new retinol today, didn't realize it has an oil base. So I put on the same amount I have been with the other serums. I feel like there is a slug on my face. I genuinely feel like a slime ball right now. This is a sensory nightmare. So yeah, I'm going to wash my face. And whilst I do that, how about you pop a little like and subscribe? That would be lovely. Helps you find your way back here as well for more of my just mental ramblings. So I'm going to quickly read a comment from the last video from LunaLycan3313 saying, "Hi, just found your channel and I think you're hilarious. Pro tip from a stranger, show your gameplay. It would certainly keep me engaged if I could see more of the Stardew while you tell your opinion. But that's just my opinion, a stranger's opinion." Well, I have actually tried to do that in this one, so you'll have to let me know what you think. I thought it was a good idea, to be fair. Like you say, gives you something to look at when I am just waffling instead of just having the text that I'm not even reading from there. So yeah, you'll have to all let me know what you think of that. And thank you very much for the suggestion. Anyway, whatever it is you're doing for the rest of your day, I hope you have a really good rest of your day. Goodbye.